פרשת שלח, יום רביעי. אמר יהודה, כמה שתהיה עביד פושה ביחו, לסעדה והוא בבני נשה. יגלו מאתה ובסעדותה כימין יקבלי. So Rabbi Yehuda says, a lot of witnesses Hashem puts in front of a man to show him the ways, and they're all there to stand in front of him and give him counsel and to make him and try to make him go in the right way. But if he will listen to them, then they will not witness. How do you say that again?
Testify.
Will testify and good on him. And if he does not listen to them, then he will testify about what he does, the wrong things he does. Kabe Safra Oshit Raglo Limer Saadia Kamini Kabele Machizin Vamrin Agle Hasida Vishmor Vegomer Shemor Aglecha Kasher Telech Velet Viragel Raglecha. Says he comes in the morning as soon as he wakes up and he puts down his feet to get up. They're already up next to him and they tell him Raglav Hasida Vishmor, the legs of a Hasidim, a man, righteous man. You have to protect. In other words, you have to make sure that you do the right thing as soon as you stand up. That you're not to turn to other things and do negative things. As soon as he opens his eyes to see, the witness says, your eyes should see the right thing. That which means that he should be careful not to look at things that he's not supposed to look at. And as soon as he wants to talk, there's another angel that tells him that retain your tongue from saying evil. As soon as he lifts his hand to do something, there's one that says Sur mera ve'asetov. He says, stay away from evil and do good. And if he listens to them, good. If he does not, as it is written in Zohar, Satan omer al yemino l'shitino. The Satan is standing on his right to accuse him. כולהו סעדין עליה בחובו אלהלה, יברי ברנה ששתדלה בפולחנה, קודשה בריחו כולהו סעדין סגי גורים כמי, וכימין עשרה עלי, תבן בשעתה דעשריך לי. And if he does not listen to them, they will all testify about his sins, libala. And if he wants to do good with the avodat of Hashem, then all will try to help him. And they will also testify about all the good he does. הושיט ידוי, חמיירה החלה מתקשרה בקישורה דשווה קדישה, אחרי ידי יסתכל בקרי דמרי. So, as soon as he gets up in the morning, right, he does all these brachot, and then he puts the tefillin on his head, between his eyes. And if he is going to have bad thoughts, then he looks at the tefillin that is between his eyes, right? And on the two leather, the lanière, how we say that? It's what? The two straps, right, that are on his right and on his left, that come down from his tefillin on his head. And then he sees the kavod of Hashem, right? And then he retains himself, right? And the same thing, if he's going to do something as a bad gesture, then he looks at his hand and he sees that the tefillin are there also. And this will hold him from doing anything wrong. ארבעה מלכי נפקין לקדמות לארבעה, ארבעה שרי קשות למלכת עניין בארבעה זיווגן, ותעניין בהו כענבים בהתקלה. מה התקלה דיהו חד, תעניין בי כמה ענבים מהסתה ומהסתה, כך היא מזווה חדה, ותעניין בי כמה ענבים וזגין ומזמורין. Hiritin Elen, Inul Shiva Tzrichim Ticheret, Debale Berecha Bechol Chad Vechad, Ol Asga Ad Telesach. Mandi Yosif Lo Yosif Alehu Al Tesach, Mandi Imat La Imat Meshiva. He says, and then he envelopes himself, right? He closes himself with the talit. And these four angels that represent the four letters of the name of Yud Kei Vav Kei. And also we have another four angels that represent the name Ammonai, are like the eight chutim, the eight threads that come out from the talit. And like we said, there are four that testify, and they come out from the four sides of the talit, right? So as we said, there's four sides of the talit, and there are the four sides. There's four tzitzit, and these four tzitzit correspond to the four witnesses. So we said the first one that will testify against the legs, which mean like as the where you go. The second on the eyes, the third on the words, and the fourth on the hand. It is similar to grapes that are held by how do you say that? Grapes.
A cluster.
A cluster, yeah, a cluster. Okay, exactly. And so the allegory is the same thing. The tzitzit are held by the talit, right? But there's big secrets. What is the relationship exactly between the tzitzit and the talit, and the fact that there are eight, and how many times there's one that goes around, right? Because we know in reality there's like it's seven, right? Plus one that goes around to make eight total. This is like it's held together. You know the word. It's one unit. And it says also there's seven, but the eighth one should be ticheret. I mean, it should be this color, this blue color, which we are not sure exactly which blue color it is, but it says this is what it should be. And it says as we go around those seven chutim, right, and we make the knots, you should not be more than 13 and not less than 7. But depending on the minhagim, some do it differently. ותנה תחילת הוא עזה דוד מלכה, ודע חוטה דאברהם זכה לבנות בתחי, מה תחילת תכלית תכולה ודאי, רבי יהודה אמר כיסא כבוד יקחה. And this תחילת, it's a big secret, and it corresponds to David HaMelech, because David HaMelech represents Midat HaMalchut. And this chut is like what Avraham, when Avraham went to war with the 400 men, and then he said to Melech Sedom, I will not take one chut, one string. Yeah, one chut from you. Like I would want nothing from you. In other words, he says you want nothing from the negative side. So there is a relationship between that, and also since it is techelet, the color represents the malchut. And this color also represents the Kisah Kavod. And Kisah Kavod holds also the 10 Sefirot. So there's a relationship between Kisah Kavod and the Malchut, and Malchut with David HaMelech, and David HaMelech also with this blue color. רבי יצחק אמר, שבח גדל גאין, שחטה שחטה ולכולה, וההוא מדוחת ושלה חנין על ידי צדיק, ואי תלת חסך תלת עשר, אינון כמה דקבועה בתלת עשר תחילין. And Rabbi Yitzchak says there is 7 threads, right? And this is the remez to the Shekhinah, which is the 7th Sefirot. If we start counting from Chesed, right, from Chesed to Malchut, it's 7. And the Malchut gets the Beracha from the 6 that are on top of it, right? And mostly from Yitzod, which is called the Tzaddik. And so if there is we do this 13 turns around the tzitzit. The remez, okay, is the Eser Midot. And what is the Eser Midot? The 13 Midot, and the 13 Midot are also a remez to what the Malchut received from the Parsuf Arich and Pin. ויהי פתחה דכולהו והיא חוטה אחת ורשימה וגובנה דילי להפיק מחר ונגונה והזיל ביה כנרת וכנרת על שמה יקחה ועדה ככינור חווה כתלו לעילה זרנה דוד העבדה היא כינור דוד מנגן באילן דמלכה כפדישן עילה and also this blue colors that represent the Malchut is the Techelet. It's a color, there's a lot of machloket where exactly it comes from, but here it says it comes from a special fish that is in the lake of the Kinneret. And the Kinneret also is a remes to Kinor, which means the harp of David HaMelech. And David is a remes to Malchut. This is why this blue resembles the firmament, and the firmament to the Kisa Kavod. And we know also that represents the sea, because the sea also have the same color. So we see the relationship between the sea, the firmament, and Kisa Kavod. And Kisa Kavod is Malchut. As it is written, Mizvat HaMelech, the mitzvah of the king. Madua ata roved mitzvot HaMelech. Why you contravene on the mitzvah of the king? Ki mitzvot HaMelech, etc. So a lot of time it's written the mitzvah of the king, and by the king we understand that it's the Sefirah Malchut. Amen.